All right, so I picked up the Chronicle today, right? It's been a while since I participated in South by Southwest, and so I'm looking at the bands that are going to be here. I don't even know why I bother. I don't know anybody. I don't think it lists like what kind of music they are. Do they? So here's the film festival. This is going on right now. So it's giving, what is, so tomorrow is Saturday. I don't know why it's starting on Saturday. No, I guess Friday's on here. So here's Friday. Here's the lineup for Friday. And then you got all this. All this. So people who don't know South by Southwest, don't ask me what it stands for. I don't think it does. I think it's just South by Southwest. I don't know. Here in Austin, South by is what we call it. And it's, so I believe it started yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday the 9th. And it goes through it goes through Sunday, but not many, like next week. I don't know what date that is. But I think it basically cuts off on Saturday. But bands are still playing that Sunday, and then everyone floods the airports on Monday. So, but right now, I guess because it's the weekend, it started downtown. They already blocked off a lot of streets, and bands are playing, which is funny because I didn't think bands were actually going to play because the movie part of it started yesterday, and it usually goes until Tuesday or Wednesday, and then Wednesday is when the music starts. But it seems like it's all combined now, which, like I said, I don't think it was like that in the past, because like you can RSVP to events, and when you get on the list, it starts, okay, Wednesday this night, and Tuesday or Thursday, Friday, whatever. It tells you these are the dates that you can get. Now, I just got a RSVP, and I sent it. I thought it was for next week, and I sent it in, and they said, all right, you coming in, we're giving you 2 free tickets to either tonight or tomorrow night. And I was like, what, already? So I didn't think it started already. I thought it was just the film part. So that is the film part. This is going on tonight. I know they were playing, A Quiet Place. I want to see that. I want to see The Quiet Place. That's the scary one. That's at 6:30. It is 6:35 right now, so that is going on right now. I would like to see that. But just acclaimed films, people just creating their own. And now I'll show you the music part. So for those who don't know what South by Southwest is. Do you see this? That's page 1. And it's like little fine print. See that? Do you know these bands? I don't know these bands. Does it say what they are, what genre? Nope, it just says where they're from, where they're playing, and what time. Here's the other page. Same thing, like just bands after bands. And next page. Oh, there's no next page. Good. So these are the bands that are playing. They used to do shows at Auditorium Shores, and Auditorium Shores is just like a small, it's not a park really. You could probably call it a park, but I usually know it for like a dog park, but it's larger than your normal dog park. And it's like they would have free shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Friday and Saturday were the good shows. Sunday, not many people went. But I saw Public Enemy there. I saw, I saw the Strokes there. I saw the Cult. So there's some pretty good bands out there. Last year, I didn't hear of any. Like, I saw the lineup and went, I don't even know these people. And usually those shows are the free shows, and people know and they flock to it, and not this time. So I don't even know who's playing there this weekend. Usually you would hear it by now, and I haven't. So I don't know if it's anybody good, anyone I know, but when I saw the stroke, so I think they do it differently. Before, you just lined up and you got in. You went through security. There wasn't really much of a security. They didn't do bag check. They didn't do anything like that. Did they? They just kind of, okay, yeah, they just looked, patted you down, and that was it. I don't know what it's now like, but back then, now I think now you have a wristband though. You never had to have a wristband. You just, the show started at 7, people got there, like, I don't know, I think they had like gates till you can get in until a certain time, but people would line up and then they'd let you in. I want to say this is probably why, well, no, it's not really, because there's on the other side, there's another park thing. And I think that's where they're holding it now, because they had it at Auditorium Shores, but they were doing construction or something over there, so they had to move it across the street. I think it's still across the street, and it's a smaller place. So maybe that's probably why they didn't they have a wristband, because now you could hit capacity, which you could hit capacity as well at the other side, but being smaller, you really will hit it. I went and saw the Strokes. When I saw the Strokes, I was in line and I was maybe 5 people before you got in the park, and they cut it off. They said at capacity, stop. And it was like, what? No way. How? And I never even thought of that. It's like, I'm like, it's a park. How do you hit capacity? But I guess we did. And I was like, okay, fine. Maybe someone will come out. I'll go in. I was being cool about it. There are other people that weren't being cool about it, and it was chaos. It was like people were jumping the fence, knocking down the fence. People were pushing security out of the way. It got crazy. It was fine until the Strokes got on stage and they heard the music playing. Everybody flipped out that was outside waiting to get in. And being me, like 3 or 4 people to the front, I felt like I was the one getting pushed and shoved. At one time, I dropped my phone because I was texting a friend who was already inside, and I'm like, hey, I'm outside, hopefully I can get in, da-da-da. Anyway, they everybody bum rushed the front, the security, and they knocked the fences down, and I remember, like, at that time, it caught me off guard, and at that time, I dropped my phone, and I was like, shit, and the only way I could see it, because the light was on, and I'm like, here, I'm gonna die for my phone, basically. So I reached down, and yeah, I got kicked in the head. People were trampling over me, and this guy was like, stop. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I gotta get my phone. Right? And it was just madness. And I think they kind of learned from that. I want to say, because after that, it got a little more strict. They added more entryways. So, but I want to go down there, not tonight. I was going to go Tuesday because Dorothy is playing Tuesday at the Townsend. I don't even know the Townsend. I don't even know where that's at, because usually what they do, and this is probably not the case with this one, but there's like vacant lots, there's empty warehouses that the promoters will come in and they will turn that damn thing into a club. It's funny. It's like one day it was nothing, and now South by, it's this huge popping club everybody wants to go into. It's ridiculous. And then they're gone, and it's a vacant lot, and it's an empty warehouse again. So, and sometimes they will redo the whole inside of a club, so you can be used to a club that you go to, and all of a sudden it's like, that's not how it was last week. Oh, that's weird. So it's kind of cool when they do that. But, so yeah, I don't know what this club's like. And also, so you have press, you have VIP, you have wristbands, and you have general admission. Exactly probably exactly in that order. Press comes first, then VIP, wristbands, and then general admission. I had bought a wristband for $125. And it's to let you in to the venues, right? So you don't have to pay, you can just go in. Well, I forgot to account that I got the wristband, but you have press and you have VIP. They are first to get in line. They are the first. It's kind of like that fast flash pass or whatever. They're first in line regardless. If you're in line for 4 hours, all they have to do is walk up to the gate, show their press pass or their VIP pass, and they're in, right? And you're left sitting there waiting. So I wanted to see the Smashing Pumpkins. I was in line for 5 hours. I'm not kidding. It was ridiculous. So I waited, and I probably wasn't, like, it wrapped around a block. And I was maybe coming up around the corner, and then it went around, and that's where the entrance was. And I stopped right there. So they hit capacity. And I was like, there's only a couple of shows I wanted to see with this damn wristband, and I couldn't get in because of capacity and because I wasn't VIP or press pass. So that kind of sucks. So if you're thinking about getting a wristband, it didn't do anything for me. I don't know. Maybe there's people out there that it did something for, but not for me. And you still have to stand in line. I did see, I think if you go early and you don't leave, you could probably stay in the venue. I went and saw Paramore. Paramore was opening for 21 Pilots, and I didn't know who 21 Pilots was back then. And so, And so I went to go see Paramore, and they were supposed to play at 9 o'clock, and I was there at 3. I was in the club, whatever, and I just stayed there. A couple of times I was in and out, and luckily they allowed that, and they stamped your hand, and they're like, okay, this is the side where you'll go to come in and out, and this is where the people that haven't been here yet. And I was talking to the guy at the door, and he's like, just make sure that if there is a long line, you might have to wait. So get it to where the line's not so long, and we can let you in. So I did that, stepped out to go eat, but came back, and I was able to get in. But I did notice later, as it got closer to time, the line was long, and there were people that couldn't get in. So those are just things you have to wait for. They blocked off many streets. So when I go, I'm gonna plan to take the train. So the train, it's gonna be great with me leaving, because where I go, it's gonna be the second stop going south downtown. So when I go there, I'll get the first dibs on a seat. But coming back is going to be hell, because I'll be one of the second to the last stops, and I'll have to make sure that it's going to be packed. I've done it before, and you have a seat, but don't think that your seat and then the seat in front of you is going to be empty, because it is packed. And I was in a seat and had to sit like this because there were people in my aisle in front of me, almost on my lap. So, it's just something you're going to have to do anyway, but it takes care of parking. You don't have to worry about all that. And Uber, even with an Uber, you have to worry about what streets you can go down and how far you want to walk. Whereas the train will drop you off at 2nd Street, 2nd and is it 2nd and I can't remember what Brazos. I don't think that's right. But Brazos, I don't even know if I'm saying that name right. But anyway, I don't even know if that's the correct spot. But I'll probably be taking the train just because it's easier, and then obviously be drinking, and I don't have to be a little bit buzzed so I can deal with the people on the train. So, but I'll plan on going Thursday night and then Friday night, maybe Saturday, it depends. And also, again, I want to see who's playing at, not Auditorium Shores, but, the other free show. And I did RSVP to get a wristband. I don't know where I go to pick it up. I don't know that part. Maybe I'm on a guest list. There are several sites that I signed up for where you're on the guest list. So you just tell them your name. They'll cross you off, yes or no, and they'll let you in. There's a lot of free shows. There's a lot of good bands that are playing, And did I go last? No, I went a couple years ago. And there was a band. Gosh, I can't remember their name. But she was awesome. The singer was awesome. I love bands who put on a show. And she was like crawling all over the floor. She was going up to the audience. And the music was great. And it's like, who are you? You're awesome. I don't know why, but she reminded me of Courtney Love. She kind of looked trashy. But the band was great. And I met her. And I can't remember what happened, but I didn't have any cash on me or something, and I wanted the CD, and I didn't have enough or something, and she's like, don't even worry about it, take it. And I'm like, well, no, because you're here to promote your band, and I'm sure you took all your money to get here, because there's a lot of bands that just like, you know, they're like, I'm gonna sell this and this and this just so I can go to South by Southwest, because a lot of producers and labels are here, and this is their chance to get recognized. That's what they're hoping for. So they come here and they sell everything they have. And so I felt bad that they probably did that, and now she's going to give me one of their free EPs. And I'm like, no, I'll pay you. I'll figure out a way. I'll pay you. And I think I borrowed some money from a friend, and I'm like, here. It's like, I'm going to give you money for your EP because I know you deserve it. And I feel bad because I can't even remember the name of the band. Sucks. Anyway, but yeah. So if you're ever in Austin, you ever want to come for South by Southwest, it's great. But just know, if you don't have VIP, if you're not part of the press, and you maybe have a wristband, I don't know. Sometimes the wristbands don't help you. But definitely check it out. It's fun. Don't even worry about that sometimes. Just, there's a lot of free shows. Sign up to the guest list. Sign up for RSVP. They'll put you in. There's a lot of free shows out there, and it's a lot of great bands. And sometimes when you RSVP, it's free food, free drinks, and you don't even know. It's like tonight, Under Armour. Under Armour is having some shows. I saw them their tent last night when we went to see Dorothy, and like I said, I thought it was supposed to start next week. But anyway, so yeah, they gave me 2 tickets for tonight and tomorrow night, but I'm not going to make it. So I wonder if that has in here, like, I'll have to check to see who's playing at Monday, the 12th. Oh, you don't even give me for Saturday. So yeah, so the 12th, so today's the 9th. I don't know who's playing, but it's Under Armour, and they gave me 2 tickets. And like I said, sometimes they have free booze, free food. A couple of years when I went, it was, oh man, it was awesome. They had I didn't eat, but they had all these desserts everywhere, and I loved it. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too much. I'm going to have to get going. We're going to Dallas tomorrow, and we're going to go see Pop Evil, and then I think Saturday or Sunday we're going to go to Six Flags and just chill out. I'm kind of tired. It's been a long week. Ever since Enchanted Rock, it's like I don't feel like I caught up on my sleep. So I just definitely want to go sleep early, sleep late tomorrow, and then head to Dallas. And it's probably like a 3-hour drive from here to Dallas, and do some shit up in Dallas and hang out, get away from Austin for a bit, take a little day trip, a nice day trip, probably a weekend trip because we'll be there till Sunday. But anyway, that's all I've got. That's all. Here's the little Chronicle. I think the new one is out. I need to get the new one. Anyway, yeah. All right. I can't even think. Anyway, that's it. Time for dinner, and I'm out. Bye.